All verse rising, my soul family, all verse rising. So with this topic, we're going to talk about a lot of the melanated people that have lived in the southern states like Louisiana. They are not as spiritually awake as melanated people that are living in the states, in the countries of Trinidad, Barbados, Haiti, Jamaica, Nigeria, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Kenya, and etc. African and Caribbean countries. And here's why. You know, a lot of melanated people that have lived in Louisiana, in the country of USA, they're not known for, like, you know, being out in the sun and getting charged by the sun and connecting with the plants, connecting with trees, connecting with water, you know, connecting with everything that's dealing with Father and Mother Nature. But you see a lot of melanated people, whether they was light skin, you know, caramel skin, or any shade of dark skin, that's living in the African and the Caribbean countries. A lot of the melanated people that are living in the states in the African and Caribbean countries, they know how to connect with the sun. They know how to connect with the air. They know how to connect with the skies, the land, water, everything that deals with Father and Mother Nature, man. You know why? Because look, the melanated people that's living out in the African and the Caribbean countries, they are connected with Uncle Life of the all-seeing mind, heart, and soul eye. That is why I'm connected with the all-seeing mind, heart, and soul eye of Uncle Life, which is a melanated spirituality. So, like, yes, like, I was always different from a lot of melanated people in USA, Canada, and United Kingdom in general, right? Because I'm one of the few melanated people that's living out in a country that's not my culture, that's real connected with African and Caribbean spirituality. Because you notice how a lot of melanated people are like super athletic freaks of nature out in the African and Caribbean countries. Look at the way that the way that people dance. Look at the way that melanated people dance out in Trinidad or Jamaica or Haiti or St. Lucia, Barbados, any Caribbean and African country. A lot of melanated people are so connected with Father and Mother Nature. When you see melanated people dance out in those African and Caribbean countries, they are within their natural roots. They are tapping into their fullest, utmost potential. While you see a lot of melanated people that are living out in United Kingdom, Canada, USA, for example, especially in a state like Louisiana, in the country of white supremacy, USA, guess what? Melanated people are not tapping in their utmost full potential, because a lot of melanated people out in Louisiana are whitewashed, and they kind of pretty much like bots and all that shit, you know. But you see melanated people that be out in these African and Caribbean countries, guess what they're doing? Somehow, some way, they always finding themselves being in Father and Mother Nature. And they, bro, the way that a lot of the way how melanated people out in those African and Caribbean countries be athletic freaks of nature, bro, it could really blow you away on how can a humanoid body be able to do all this? Well, it makes sense. Like, being connected with Father and Mother Nature is gonna help any humanoid extraterrestrial be able to do some beyond comprehension type of athleticism. Because melanated people out in the African and Caribbean countries, for example, their athleticism is like way beyond the law of physics. The way they dance, the way they play sports, the way that they practice martial arts is way beyond the law of physics. Because, like, when you see these melanated people that be super athletic as fuck, it's because they connected with Mother and Father Nature. How do you, like let's say, for example, man, how do you expect a humanoid flesh being to be an athletic freak of nature if they never connected with Father and Mother Nature? That's not possible. That's not possible, bro. Like, so let's say you take a human. You take a human that you know, don't really connect with Father and Mother Nature like that. And they just like follow the white supremacy society's way of living. How do you expect them to be a freak of nature athletically? You can't really expect that. But people that's connected with Father and Mother Nature, like those melanated people out in those African and Caribbean countries, they be super freaks in nature, man. Like, it'll blow you away on the stuff that melanated people can do. Like, for real, bro. Like, if you want to see the prime example of melanated people, all you gotta do is go look at videos of melanated people out in these African and Caribbean countries, man. The athleticism is just crazy, bro. Like, this shit is just beyond, it's beyond what you could even imagine. For me, myself, I'm not surprised because I've been real tapped in on what melanated people is able to do ever since I was birthed. But for most people, most melanated people that don't really know anything about Caribbean and African roots, they'll be surprised. They'll be surprised, man. But I'll tell you this, man, melanated people, bro, the melanated people out in the southern states in USA, man, bro, I'm gonna just tell you about them. Like, bro, they act like a bunch of Europeans, man, with the way their nature is. And you look at the melanated people that's living in the states of Kenya or living in the states of Senegal or living in the states of Nigeria, bro. Man, like you probably think that these melanated people are some celestial beings or some shit with the way they be so connected with Mother Nature and Father Nature and be so athletic. And bro, it's, I'm telling you, man, you'd be amazed at what melanated people really are capable of, man. If you want to see what melanated people are truly like, you have to see the melanated people that's connected with African and Caribbean roots, for real. You have to go see it, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. A lot of people don't talk about melanated folks out in the African and Caribbean countries. They don't talk about that much. You're not gonna hear it on mainstream news outlets in these Western European societies like USA. You're not gonna hear about it. You have to dig real deep on the internet to go find these melanated people that's like an athletic freak of nature out in the Caribbean and African countries that's connected with Father and Mother Nature, bro. Because a lot of these melanated people that's in the African and Caribbean countries, bro, you could say they like some true Super Saiyan gods or type shit, bro. Like, they like some real Super Saiyan gods. They like some innerversal type of beings, for real. And me, like, I'm multiversal. I can tell you right now, if I was in an African or Caribbean country, I would become innerversal. Like, for real. Like, my power levels would be way beyond septillion, way beyond any number could not count. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.